Hey guys, it's Sarah. Today I'm going to be doing my first ever Tuesday Talks video. Decided to jump on the Tuesday Talks bandwagon. I think this is cool. This is a group on Goodreads that post discussion topics every week, and if you're a blogger or a booktuber, you can make a blog or video about your thoughts on the topic. I will leave a link down below to the Goodreads group if you're interested in checking that out. This week's topic is, should there be viewer discretion on books? This is kind of tricky for me. I feel like I understand why, especially on children's book and young adult books, why parents would want a viewer discretion type label or sticker or something telling you what kind of content you can expect in the book. And I think that's reasonable. I'm not a parent, but I think if I were, I would maybe want to know what my kids were reading. On the other hand, when I was a teenager, I just kind of read whatever, which, sometimes gave me some rude awakenings. But, I think teenagers especially are probably going to read what they're going to read, so I don't know how much help it would do from that standpoint. I've seen a lot of talk in feminist groups about trigger warnings and how that might be helpful to put on a book if there's, discussions of events or topics that might be traumatic to some readers or might be triggering to some readers. Then, maybe there should be a label telling readers about what to expect in the book. I think that would be helpful, but I'm hesitant to say that it's a good idea because I feel like, where would you draw the line? I think almost every book would need a trigger warning, probably, of some kind, because I feel like there might be something disturbing about a number of books. So, I don't really know. So, basically, my first Tuesday Talks, I don't really know what my opinion is on the subject. That's great. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment down below. Do you think there should be viewer discussion on books? What about trigger warnings? Do you think they should be included on books that deal with sensitive topics? It's kind of a complicated issue. I will say that I don't believe in banning books at all for any reason. I think we have freedom of speech in this country, freedom of expression. I think anyone should be able to write about anything they want, and I think anyone should really be able to read anything they want. I think if there were viewer discretion or trigger warnings on books, it wouldn't be telling people not to read them. It would be saying, hey, just to let you know, this book might have these things. This book might have some disturbing language or imagery, FYI. And then, parents and readers can decide whether or not they want to read that or have their children reading it. I think that's a good idea. But I don't think any book should be banned from the library. I especially think it's ridiculous when books like Eleanor and Park or The Perks of Being a Wallflower end up in the banned book list. I think just because someone says shit in the book doesn't mean that a teenager still can't get something out of it. And let's face it, people are probably saying shit at their school. So I don't think that's good enough reason to ban a book. Alright, my thoughts were sort of all over the place on that one. Yeah, let me know what you think down below. Love to hear your opinion. Maybe you have a better formed one than I do. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.